Alright, here we are again, back here. Stream manager. Why, yes, we will be streaming this today. Okay. Hey Google. Hey Google. Fucking hell, sometimes my phone just drives me nuts. Hey Google. Set an alarm for 2 p.m. for work.
I have set an alarm for 2 p.m. with the label work.
Cool. I'm pushing the button, but something's wrong. Oh, of course there's something wrong. Why wouldn't there be? Where something decides not to work. We're just gonna exit out of the game. Then we're going to re-wake up the game because it wasn't taking my button inputs and I want to know why. Because it was a minute ago and then it decided to stop. Okay. Cool. Okay. What is going on with the game? That. Well, wait, but it's like noise, noise, and then it's like, oh, okay. There. Now it's taking my inputs. Okay. I see at least one viewer coming in. We'll see who else comes in and so on as AFK. Because I have work later today. Yay, day job. Okay. Upon seeing you, the guard at the door lets out a frightening yelp and doubles over in a bow. Your lordship, the most honorable Dalmatis Urstin von Valencia, the governor is waiting for you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet her alone or with your entourage? My entourage will accompany me to this meeting, because I'm afraid that your own guards are going to try and shoot me at some point, considering the sorry state of affairs. Distinza Janus Viet Ab Aram of Koronos has fiercely swiped up a data slide, issuing commands in a gilded box. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly pushed away her devices, smoothing her skirt and dropping into a deep courtesy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the irreparable stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I never could have imagined. She flinches when she notices Cabal is standing at your side. A death cultist. How unexpected. Does someone face severe punishment in the name of the Emperor's name? Someone always does. For who and when the Undying One will tell. Cabella's response with dignity, sounding oblivious to how sinister her words actually are. Your local fuss is of no concern to me. I'm in urgent needs for provisions from Janus. Vicenza shares a glance with her companion, who is standing beside her. The companion casts a quick, frightening look at you, hurriedly lowers her eyes. Vicenza sighs and throws her hands up. Oh, your lordship, it must give me great pleasure to immediately demonstrate the protective might of Janus to you, but there are some issues. One of your wardens helped us in the battle. Group shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Urilet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I've turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations, given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Urilet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses, though I admit at times I'm tempted to send her away from the state. Her naturalness means speaking with her always leaves me a bit uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure and so tall. I wish to speak to Urilet. You will find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Footfall's on the verge of starvation, and Janus supplied the people there with provisions. Yes and no, your lordship. If the question is, can such an expensive fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We can lose more provisions to a gnawing pest every day's cycle than those on footfall can eat in their entire lives. But if we can ship said provisions to footfall, not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that least serves to be targeted for attack, the rebels will not hesitate to bring down the sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos have become targets for sabotage, and food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to footfall would only be possible once the uprising is completely crushed. What's happening on this planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I've not even been notified for gripping worms for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned about what happened after the next event targeting noble families. Senza shakes her head, and it became apparent that what the administrative accountants had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and social society leaders. They've already brought down 13 agri complexes to a halt, and now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but the leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can Janus fulfill the food supplier under current conditions? I risk angering you, your lordship, but there's nothing compared to the shameless deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics expert of the administratum is unable to guarantee stable tides when the shuttles are wary of landing at spaceport, and terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored on Janus, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we have ships at our disposal. Ships. Go away, Rogers. I just paid your sham bill. Janus has its own fleet. You could organize a planet-wide search if you have ships at your disposal, your lordship. Perhaps you could find a way to support your subject in the hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces ship's crew together to hunt down the enemy. I'm not interested in your excuses. Dealing with the rebels is your direct responsibility. Of course you're entitled to insist that conflict be resolved locally, according to my council reports. Just a couple of years ago, when the security service has been re-equipped and a surveillance void station has been established in orbit, we can attacks notwithstanding produce enough to satisfy the tide collectors. Since its size, no doubt this answer displeases you. I do not understand what with our resources is the most likely scenario. I promise you, Governor, I will hunt down the seeds of rebellion and heresy on this planet and burn them to ash. Concern appears in Vicencia's eyes. The resolve and valor of Vicencia's dynasty knows no bounds. I'm actually thankful for your help. Those who attack these states survive, perhaps it can be a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Vicencia looks down at the box. Incidentally, I did overhear the words talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobats into the state. The person who did might know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak. Removing all traces of the attack in the estate, esteemed magnate who's responsible for agricultural effort on the planet is also here. He happened to be visiting this week. Deliver his personal report, and of course, there's my aid in the war against the rebels, your Arlet. I have no doubt she'll be delighted to share her knowledge with Janus with your lordship. Who's this person standing beside you? Oh, my lady-in-wait, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for productivity and prosperity of Janus. I trust my advisor's implicity over time, and Amelia is not merely a faithful companion, but also my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Fistenza laughs and gives Amelia an encouraging nod. To the path and the light of your greatness is true honor, rogue trader. Janus is a remarkable world, both in terms of its vast potential and in terms of the work it carried out, transformed into an agric world. House yet ruled on Janus for many generations. Each new governor has, without fail, contributed to the planet's taming. I must take my leave. After I ignore that last
Faith
line.
leads you along your thread, as it leads me.
Alright, let's go deal with... Uh-huh. Okay. I want to make sure I find things. Okay. No, not the void ship stuff. Okay. So there's probably a way out that way. Okay.
Venture forth.
That's the way outside. There's nothing for me here. No doors can be opened in this direction either. Alright, let's just go outside then. Nice quiet stream. How many views today? Well.
All souls cry out for salvation.
I feel my age when fighting alongside such young warriors.
Indeed. While I have my navigator skills to call upon, you are, statistically speaking, far more likely to perish in battle. Oh, I mean, that came out wrong.
Onward to victory.
That looks like a name. Pin select straight to the red cloak. The mage's body barely looks human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine while implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. The technopriest internally dictates something in Technolanguia to the servo skull floating next to him, but as you approach, he falls silent and offers her bow. Read your lordship, Flex Mechanic Finn Zelix. How may I serve you? How many servants of the Adeptus Mechanics are there on the planet? According to the data score in my computator, all infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own contingent technomats, total number of 253. Correction, based on the latest data, the figure is 211. It's like a 40-something decrease. What do you do here on Janus? By order of the Adeptus Mechanics, I'm entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Administratum in order to catalog agricultural data analysis information of the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. Be blessed, Tech brother. Your diligence and diligent those like you turn anarchy to order and bestow conservation to knowledge. When a pass those moves just lightly touches Lex Mechanic's body, the tech priest bows respectfully in turn, clearly a little startled. Tell me about Janice. Initializing reports the planet soil possesses unique composition suitable for a re-engineering planet and mass production of foodstuffs. Significant cultivation of the eastern hemisphere, the aim of improving production, process, and logistics operations. Traces of Xenos activity does not pose an immediate threat to the ongoing operation. Undesirable pathologies of flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in short term. What pathogens? Genetic and chemical pathogens, your lordship. Harmless species mutate and became aggressive, while the planet changes, the chemical composition becomes poisonous. This happening more and more often if no actions taken, the ecosystem will be irreparably disrupted. Changes may be artificial, as the possibility being asserted that someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce their living space. Not all Vermo may beside our tech comrades and biologists are humble workers, not warriors. They could not come up with thoughts of such a militant nature. Interesting. Reminds me open to all forms of knowledge. I order you to commence a check. In the event that your account of indulgences of your minds is confirmed, I'll petition for appropriate penance. As the governor dealing with the undesirable methods. Analyze the genome of the affected species and currently developing a suppressor gene to make the planet's organisms resistant to pathology, but so far I've not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would be perhaps speed up the process, but the administrative apparatus is imposing a ban on expeditions that are not directly aimed at improving production. Traces of xeno activity, how about that? According to data obtained during the initial survey, the root structures of non-human origin were noted in the different sectors of the planet. I do not have an administrative capacity to study them in more detail. For now, I must defer to the quest for knowledge. Lex Mechanic speaks the last words with distinct envy, his eyes fixed on Magus Armament. Let's talk about something else. We'll speak later. As you wish.
Let's see this through.
Yeah, we gotta talk to people. Oh, found you.
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
You're not a mutant.
I have met souls like you before. You travel a path that offers you enlightenment. A rare gift among your limited kind. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
No. I'll speak with you, your left nemesis, your answer I can see them.
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out?
I spoke to the man just in charge of the operation plan. He says something's gone wrong with this planet. There are spontaneous mutations, animal attacks. Can you have something to say about that?
The Lilithon is expressing her wrath. For centuries, this world has resisted the brutality inflicted upon it by soulless machines and unmindful creatures. But what the machine man told you, that is something else. Something more frightening. The planet is fighting an evil that has taken root in its very cradle.
Why do you call me a Lentech?
Because that is what you are. Elantark means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to the Lilithon?
Well, we're not doing that, because I do want to recruit her. So you're the governor's mysterious helper.
I am, Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
Why are you helping the governor?
This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering.
What do you know about the rank-and-file rebels?
Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
Awareness rolled success. Host face is unable to detect the strange tension in her voice, as though she's choosing her words carefully. You know who is behind the uprisings of the planet?
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence.
Not surprising. How did you come to be on Janus?
The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin. I have far more right to be on the Lilithon than any of you. But you are not asking for help, Elantark. You are merely asking questions, the answers to which are either unimportant or wreathed in shadow. Explore this place. Speak to those who know. A simple task for you, and an insurmountable challenge for me, since my very appearance provokes fear and suspicion. When you learn anything, tell me. Perhaps then my answers will be helpful to your search.
If you want, you can join me. None of the locals will dare look ask inside the rogue trader's presence.
So be it. I will go with you.
But Domin, this is a Xenos. The tenets of the Bloodspun Web warn us about their deceitful and vicious nature. They compel us to destroy them on sight. She is an enemy of the Undying Emperor, and she is driven by dark designs.
My judgments and choices are for me alone, monkey. If uniting with your master will bring peace to the Lilithon, then it is the true path. Do not get in my way if you value your next breath.
Your attempts to intimidate me are as hollow as the lies seeping from your lips. Only the Domin's grace stands between my blade and your throat, Xenos.
Well, I'd see you to remember
I
that
am
distinction.
ready, Elantark. Let us go forth.
Interesting. Who am I kicking before I... Maybe, no. Honestly, Argenta, no, because Yurlit's obviously a sharpshooter, same as you, so I'd rather have it like this for now.
Stay sharp. Every
All
moment
right.
a chance for greatness.
What is it?
Yep, we have levels for you to go through. Okay. Oh, why is this highlighted red? Not have features, children of Surin features. Oh. I was wondering why that was highlighted. Bounty Hunter seems like a good one for her. Okay.
State your intention.
Does something...
They say I have a magnetic personality. That certainly explains why I keep attracting trouble. Forge ahead. Never linger.
Aristocrats. Time to wander along and blunder through the plot. Although, worst case, I go grab the guide from the net that I keep for this specific reason. Oh. Old servant. Hearing her footsteps, the elderly servant grabs the injector and stabs it into his arm. The area around the needle starts to turn black. You're too late yet, dogs. I'm master of my own fate. When he gets a better look at you, the man drops the injector and taunts his voice is prostrated to himself in front of the floor before you. It's you, your lordship. The god emperor must have brought you here. I beg you, help the rebels save Janice. Wait, what? Forgive me, your lordship. If only I'd known it was you, my eyes deceive me. Little time now. I swear I'll tell you everything. Nerve toxin. The inevitable cessation of vital functions for more than 60 seconds. Strange toxin we applied, something similar to the lips of newish tissues and lips on web. Kills nerves and produces one sensitivity to pain for the slave in certain and violent death. You helped gain access. Your lordship, I could have done. What could I have done otherwise? No, I couldn't. Not after everything I've seen in the palace. People are being shipped and tortured. Servants being driven mad. For a long time I thought it was only going on inside the estate, but when I contacted by the people on the outside, I learned all of Janice under that. Only your mercy and the light of the God Emperor can save us. The old servant lets out a groan, the dark stain on his arm, creeping into his veins until his arm necker. Those works of black, the servant's breath. Say whatever you want to say, be quick. In the name of the golden throne, your lordship, show mercy on the humble workers and salt of Janice, save them. The sins of yet the untouchable governor and the leader of the nobility is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. She uses the Imperium's interests as a smokescreen and purports to be a scholar, but her actions are poisoning our planet. Do you know that settlements have failed to pay their tithes on time and have been allowed to pay with people instead? They even deliver them to order, sometimes old folks, sometimes children. I've seen those people. I've seen them being delivered to the estate, and then they're never seen or heard from again. They go into secret rooms. They don't come out again, your lordship, ever. Hey, Padme. Peasants were taken to York 5 to serve the Horsella. We never seen or heard from again either. They become loyal servants, 12, for the good of the great dynasty. Why should they ever return to their filthy, spoiled abode? I'm not sure I'll last long enough to answer your question. Tell me more of these secret rooms, hidden chambers deep within the palace, never been signed, thankfully. The servants were allowed in, the ones the governor trusts, they change. She changes them, frees them up, defiles them. I see no shadow of deceit behind your words, even so I would notice. I know I would have noticed the signs at which you, except whenever the sends over to another dance palace, she sends me away to search for rebels in the forest far from human settlements. Your lordship, you'll permit a dying man make one last request. Don't tell anyone that I was the one who unlocked the door. If you do, they'll go after my family and my home. I'll keep your secret. Please save us. Save Janice. The servant roused violently collapses on the side, wrecked convulsions.
Venture forth.
Well, that was interesting. Okay. Check the map. There's something more on that side. I can go south for more treasure, though.
What a splendid estate! I have seen pics of our ancient manors in the House Orselio archives. This place is very similar.
It's a pity you were denied the chance.
Uh-oh. Lordship, please don't stray too close to the building with the terrorist. The attack today has pulled himself in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Ready to report, your lordship. We have conducted sweep the area after the attack. All the assassins were arrested and enclosed except this one. Still himself inside, he's already injured 2 wards who tried to reach him. There's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the drag of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue trader is here, and the longer he lives, the more he puts his life needlessly in danger. It is inexcusable, my lord, your lordship. The barrel of poison were only just delivered. We're just ready to begin. I want to talk to the person. Are you sure it's not exactly safe, your lordship? You dare question me? Out of my way. Forgive me, your lordship. Act as you see fit.
Marching ahead.
When you approach the solid-looking door, a high voice shouts, Piss off! You won't take me alive. Better put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me. Examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice a dark mark on the hinges, a serious sign the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look too new either. With a suitable tool, it can easily be opened. Pick the lock. It takes half a minute. The figure of the arcade machine, the soft click, the door opens, allowing you to enter. Inside the poorly lit, but you spot a person standing in the corner. He's desperately gripping a discharged last gun in his hands. At the sight of you, his eyes widen in fear. It can't be the rogue trader? The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees, stretching his bloody hands towards you. His clothes are burned on one side and grimy with baked blood. Your lordship, have mercy! You are the sovereign of the planet. Only you have the power to save us. Save you from what? From Governor Viet. Everybody here knows what she's doing to us. We put up with it for so long, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turning the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like rocks in the settlement, supposedly to go to the palace, and they'll never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and the people lose their minds. They start hearing voices, seeing evil spirits. While we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls, feasting on our bones. Sacrifices, madness, pain, and death. Even so primitive a society as this, such as right seems senseless, not worthy of such effort. What is this random quirk of nature? Something darker? I was taught that peasants' tendencies to exaggerate their suffering due to sloth and weakness of spirit. This sick man of Vermilion torn, pierced every centimeter of his body, great shackles bind his hands, feet, neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. Who's behind the rebellions? He smalls. Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's all over for me with the others. I won't betray them. There'll be no end to this war on this planet until I get the handle on the situation. To do that, I need to meet with your leader. As long as you keep your word. Never been in their camp, none of us have. Only the chief saw one person at their base. He came a few times bringing weapons and orders. He said he represents a greater force than we could imagine. He says the governor's dogs will pay for the reprisal in settlements. It's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from the ordinary folks. We have it all worked out so that if anyone gets caught, others can't be caught up with them. I swiped the cheese's box. I thought after I killed the governor, I could have used the message cord to find a base and hide out there. That's everything I know, my lordship. The people waiting outside will put you through far worse torment. Goodbye. Well,
Let's seize the moment.
that got the information I needed.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Huh. How did I know the governor was going to be corrupt? Okay. Map. Okay, so there's stuff to find over here. Return to the void ship? No. Not right now, no. We have to deal with what's going on the planet first.
All souls cry out for salvation. Let's see this through.
I saw goods for me to grab.
I forge my own success.
Okay. Okay. Name. Achilles Quint, suited man wearing a cloak, dentist training reviewing information on data slate, while is quietly wearing mechanical arms full of long scrolls of writing. Upon noticing the man, stretches his thin lips and smile, differential bows, the light in his eyes and service go holds over his right shoulder gently pulsate. Your Lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Let me introduce myself. Hills Quint, Official Agriculture. Cultivate. I will preserve the records of our conversation forever. What do you think of the Stani Viet? Governor, she is a superb leader. She never possesses an excellent grasp of all matters, never uses incorrect form for any given situation. I do not pry into her personal life affairs, but if you speak plainly, a lady who fills out a paper with such finesse cannot be a bad person in my view. Do you know the attack on the estate? Disgraceful and simply disgraceful. I can't believe these scoundrels would dare come so close and correct ability to the us. Penetrate the estate, that means they have help from the worthless servant or other. Security currently questioning survivors with the culprit has not been found yet. He smiles unpleasantly. I will take my leave.
Stay sharp.
Oh. What did we notice? Look, can we get down to the water this way? We could perhaps brief detour for a closer look.
Shame and dishonor.
Forgive me for being so well seemingly away from the others. It's just, I simply wish to spend a brief moment admiring the breathtaking nature of this place. Reflecting Cassia's eyes, the bright blue sky looks as though it was engulfing a blazing sun. Within the station's walls, I never hoped to see anything like this. Sky or sea or green leaves, I only knew them from meager memories of my childhood. So my mind simply made those up. Even my books and my heart and my mindlessly escape could do little to help me. When Scribe grows so used to what surrounds us each and every day, they begin to take it for granted. I never think to write a few lines about it, but for me, the marvels of the Grand Canopy against the true blessing. Skycan is a true blessing. Here's a chance to take a look at the small piece of this place with me. These pillows are like velvet and fragrance, so sweet and spicy. A fascinating specimen of the local cat life. I remember seeing it in the great corridors of Flora, sure within the Cronus accounts from where I made his biologist, Florcia Prot. That's just a way of thank you for that. This flower is so beautiful indeed. Oh, take in the view. This place uses the soul, would you agree? In that case, I imagine they were set for the seawater before. Would you like to try? Step in to see me? Just let the fearless just let her feet soak a little bit. Mischievous dashes of yellow light are fluttering in the wind like fans around you. I never would have seen except you suit such colors from how unexpected. She gives her quick nod and rarely stretches out her long narrow hand that cold to the touch. I have no idea what they're talking about. The sea is so wet and cold and the tiny pebbles tickle my here. I thought it would be so agreeable and little. Starlin, thank you for encouraging me. I guess it's time we're on our way. Alright, yes, of course, I know what my next painting will be.
Venture forth.
But I want the random goods sitting chill here.
Onward to
I
victory.
suspect that's one of the plot points for eventually wooing Cassia. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. For me, it's either Cassia or Cabela I want to set the rope trader up with as a love interest. Oh yes, those are the two that appeal to me.
Duty beckons.
Where's that bit of treasure I was looking for that was over here? Is it
Every moment a
hiding?
chance for greatness.
Or it's just in the wrong or I'm thinking...
Marching ahead. All souls cry out for salvation.
Uh-huh. There's still one more little skull thing for me to check out over here.
As it should be.
Nope, nothing.
Onward to victory.
Okay.
I forge my own
Why is
success.
it the direction seems to be the opposite of what I think it is?
Duty beckons. Forge ahead. Never linger. Onward to victory.
Yeah, okay. Usually the skull mark on the map tells me there's something. No, that's that thing.
Let's see this through. Every moment a chance for greatness.
Okay, now on top of it. Okay. Some more over here-ish.
Duty beckons.
Does it want me to talk to the... I found this in the body of the dead rebel. Can you tell me anything about these specimens? Your blessing for an examination, Magus. Lex Mechanic waits respectful and classical nods. Creeping Cree was a typical plan for Western Hemisphere. Study the possibility of industrial cultivation, but the process was found to be inefficient due to the specific requirements of the soil, which found in the right composition of the archipelago of the planet. The current situation of the planet is assessed as stable. The progress prospect is assessed as encouraging.
All souls cry out for salvation.
Okay, so that's just done.
Every moment a chance for greatness.
Basically, I want to think it's that way when it's actually that way. Is kind of what I'm getting from
Onward
this.
to victory. Onward to victory. All souls cry out for salvation.
That's just the shoreline. I don't need to go that way. Nope, that's that way. On me.
Venture forth. It must mean Quintus. Well, what wonderful news! We conducted identification without delay, and punitive measures will take against the criminal close associates, amongst those weak minds. What do you say about the governor's helper Yearlet? Highly exceptional individual after today's regretful event. I'm beginning to hold her talents in particular esteem. Rarely even mutants who have seen the light of the God Emperor confer faithfully serve his flock. Ariel's particular abilities counted an subject for mages biologists. They long to head shape those ears, judging by the skull, those good me send. On footfall, such development anomalies on Janus are not a quirk of nature, some kind of inheritable trait. What did you say? Oh, madame, by words of say, I'm certain your kid's going to be later than if the people wish to make a pretty press paper out of his remains. Besides, I could be wrong about the nature of his origin. What skull are you talking about? Oh, most remarkable, I must say. It was truly an anomaly. One moment. Here, I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to footfall anytime soon. Yearlet stares at the skull in silence. You can see her jaws working under her delicate skin. After a few seconds, she abruptly turns away. Adequately preserved, its pity is empty inside. It could have been a proper service skull, however, for a rogue trader unorthodox. Removed from my sight. Yes, of course. Tell me your duties. Overseeing the administrative prayer, blah 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 tithe. Speaking of the monk, when was the last shipment sent? Oh, your lordship, supplies on order, full skip and I was ready for export and simply waiting arrival of the transport ships. Given the circumstances, Janus could not provide even one change more than what is already prepared. I'm certain the situation will be rectified in the near future. When did the collectors last come from Janus? Oh, your lordship, I must confess I have yet to have not had the pleasure of filling out the sacred tithe critical form. The last Imperial ship came here did so under my predecessor. I don't think it would have been several decades ago. That's enough. Tell me what's happening in Janus. Alas, your lordship, rebellion has caused many problems in the recent time process. It interrupts supplies, sabotaging the service work. A few nobles have been killed, and worst of all, some victims occupied important administrative posts until they're placed to pass their checks to complete all induction forms and go through the official appointment procedure. Important paperwork is going unsigned. It's a bureaucratic catastrophe. Things continue in this dare saving them. I can't even imagine what could lead to. Their words that are worlds are ravaged by war of generations. Generation worship, like that deranged planet by the name of the Star, so close to our peaceful system. Cancer supposedly under patronage rogue trader Winterskull. I shudder to think what he's created there. I want to
Oh, details. Wherever the rebels struck and how. Of course, I would be delighted to furnish you with all the information I had in the last few months. 15 organized attacks, 7 terrorist attacks, and perpetrated irrigation, sabotage, and aggregate in Sector 325. Transport 27413, and also... I suppose this will not tell you much, please. A fussy gesture, you press the several buttons on the J to slate and 3-dimension words of text appear on your commentator. Who is directing... Logic has the data superbly collated, and the map clearly displays actions of the rebels. First glance, there seems to be no logic for the campaign, but after analyzing data and features terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern of attack. Who is directing the rebels, does anyone know? The rebels are well armed and trained, but more the governor's advisors inclined to think the instigators of the rebellion are very familiar with the plans to range climate. Our coordinates are going through the registration records day and night, looking for individuals who completed military training, but we've so far unable to identify the scoundrels. What are you doing to combat the rebels? Our security services track those who support rebels, and our regular wards are wiping out these saboteurs within slight mercy, but they keep appearing. My scribes have been running off their feet, keeping records of all of the public hearings and executions, and I'm confident the government will find a solution. That's enough. Okay. Oh, goody. Everybody leveled up again.
I forge my...
I am at your service. What advice do you seek? Look no further.
I'm listening. Ready.
I guide humanity between the stars. Color.
What is it? State your
Blood
intent.
is my life. Death is my duty.
Okay.
The web speaks.
Onward to victory.
Okay. What again?
Let's see this through. All souls cry out for salvation.
Hmm. Let's go talk to the governess one more time. Okay. Lord von Valencia, welcome, welcome. With your lordship, I would speak to the governor. Salome. Greeting, your lordship, how may I be of assistance? The collective mentioned the strange changes of the planet's flora fauna. Aegis Vincex is a very wise man, but his fixation on every process seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated, forests were cleared, mountains raised to all across half the planet. It is no surprise we are still noticing consequences of those changes. Rumors have reached me about the oddities among the Janus population. I don't know, some of our experiments expect a higher total population than others. You see, recently one of the family Janus has taken on difficult tasks enhancing attributes to our workers. So far it's involved using experiment supplements to their food and mental conditioning and monitoring settlements. Sometimes procedures are disrupted and part of the population suffers from side effects. Specialists of the Galraz family have better place to inform you on the topic unless they're currently engaged in the field. You're forcing settlements to pay tithes in bodies. What, really, Dominus? You speak as if you actually believe the claims of those wretched peasants? When I ask anyone to pay the tithes of the human body, I'm reduced to the burden of someone who just suffered as a result of unsuccessful experiments involving enriching food. I'm gathered, bringing the worst affected subjects who are no longer capable of working for further study. Some among my circle will call such a concern for the underclass as weakness, and weakness may not instead of rebellion among others. Tech Priest mentioned ancient ruins belonging to Xenos. I know what you're referring to. Strange structures are unknown material. If that prevents any unfortunate accidents, I ordered the area cleared out of bounds for all. So I'm better off left under the thick layer of dirt and beyond the grass human light mines of the Deftus Mechanicus. What do you grow on, Janus? Mainly helical corn, red turnips, apart from which tracks the land Grok's population. Of course, I cannot fail to mention several thousand acres of tilled land over the cultivated fertile. Let's take my leave.
Let's seize the
I'm not
moment.
gonna get it or convince Jack squat. Actually, one thing I want to double check. Yeah, we can't connect. Okay. There's nothing connecting them yet. Alright. When in doubt, explore outwards and further. It still thinks there's a treasure over here.
Onward to victory.
Oh. Because I've already seen it.
My success is an irrefutable
There we go.
certainty.
Alright, we'll go see what else is there for me to find. That's just the way back in the estate. Now that works, then I'm gonna look up the guide.
Stay sharp.
Nope, he has nothing new to tell me. Okay. And then I go over here. I wonder. I'll attack your led gestures for your turn. As you once sought my help, I'm seeking yours. Time has come to spill the final shadows of our path. I've hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who disturb the peace and the local ruler. I also know where they're hiding. Allow me to show you the way on the condition you bring me to them. Better late than never. I suppose show me the way. Let's go and talk. I pray the gods that we are not too late. Wow, I just had to walk back to my ship and then select it for the story to move forward.
Fun.
Well, I probably had to do all that dialogue, but still.
Venture forth.
Oh? I saw a selectable over here.
I considered these forests my home for a time, but I still feel myself a stranger here.
Hello?
Your execution is assured. Cross them!
Damn it, we're under attack. Kill the intruders. Stop, lower your weapons. Screw it.
I move swiftly to strike. I hear you moving. No more.
Damn, she's a good shot.
to it.
Let's get to it. Scared yet?
Here we go.
Okay. Let's have you go over here.
Advancing. The Omniscient.
There we go.
My vow is to serve.
Let's make it quick.
Big juicy target to lure the rebels out.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Ooh, I have so many places to throw my characters. That's it. Just target my bird. That's what it's
I
there
am your
for.
blade and shield.
And then you will hop
As the
right
tenants
here.
The shadow, let your soul be purged.
Okay. Oh. There's a combat servitor. I want Pascal over there. Abelard, you deal with the BS
My
this
place
way.
is at the fore. I will do my duty.
Okay.
Indeed. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Okay.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
I'd rather use this.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Caught by the web. Let your soul be purged.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, so much for that. Oh well. Unfortunately, Dominus is kinda... I was kinda hoping that my enemy would die, but oh well.
They won't expect this costly mistake. Let's set this in motion.
Nah, if I do that, he'll be hitting an ally. Alright. Okay, who can you snipe from there? Okay, so you have a lot of the skills that...
I understand your intent.
Really?
If it serves your cause.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a turn ender skill. I should be using it after she takes a shot. Okay.
Show me what you've got.
Delete. And bam.
Let's get to it.
What are you even shooting at?
Let's get to it.
High momentum.
I actually want Pascal to be more over here. Or wherever that servitor is. Oh yeah, we can cut a path that way. Okay. But first things first.
Running binary functions successfully terminated. Request approved.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Can she even jump that high? No, it'd probably be better if I just tossed a grenade.
Trust me.
Oh. Well, obviously that isn't gonna work. Okay, Abelard. I just need you to kill this rebel. That's all I need from you. But if it helps, let's have you charge somebody. Oh, you fall short.
I will do my duty.
right here. Maybe I can hit some more targets.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Foe painted black.
Somewhat worse.
I said, so done.
And
Easy.
we flex. Then we jump.
I know what to do.
Here.
That is how it's done.
Oh look, I killed most of the enemies right there. Okay. Cursor's being a pain in the neck. Well, that's the one I want. Why is it being so stupid?
I approach the designated position.
And then you make sure.
If I must. I am not your Xenos. I deal death with my hands. I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me. If I must. Another soul slips beyond the veil. Perish for this affront.
Let's get to it. Just a minor setback.
How dare you?
Pascal, I need you to come back up here.
Explorers know one route. Forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Scared yet?
My ears are ringing. Hold on.
Oh well. Let's have you go this way. Okay. Why is the game's cursor thing being a huge pain in my neck? There we go.
Comes in silence. No. I shall not fail.
There.
After this,
You can give your lid another
Isn't
round,
this a job
right?
for the serfs?
I am not your Xenos. I hear you moving. No more.
Jeez.
I understand your intent.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I'm just gonna have Dominus go this way. I'd rather that servitor come running up here.
I deal death with my hands.
Okay, can you shoot someone from there? Yes, yes you can. Okay.
I am not your Z. Fortune favors the swift. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Want some more?
Abelard's just getting kind of fucked there. But that damn smog is still there.
As the tactical
Skell,
imperative
mind going
dictates.
over here. Can you shoot from there?
Not yet. Not by your
Let's
hand.
make it quick.
Okay, somebody has to go down there and deal with it. Also, Abelard is... well, he's getting shot at.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Yep.
I've suffered worse.
I'm sure you have. But I kinda need you out of the poisonous gas right now.
Follow my lead.
And I need you to heal yourself.
Ah, careful now.
And I have you brace
It will
yourself
be done.
because reasons. Okay, come over here to where Pascal is.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The Omnissiah comprehends all. The analysis.
A
Successful.
waste of blood.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may?
No foe too great.
Huh? Who can you target from there? There we go.
I move as if unseen. If it serves your cause, another soul slips beyond the veil.
Cool. I don't think you're even hitting anything from there. Or Abelard. All these sharpshooters are just kind of just chilling there for no reason. Pascal, you're the only one that can deal with this.
Request approved. My vow is to serve. Cogitation failed.
What the hell?
My path won't end here.
Don't you need a breathing navigator?
High momentum.
I bring mercy and retribution.
I venerate you, machine spirit.
I've suffered worse.
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
This tedium has been... Fortune favors the swift. I understand your intent.
Okay, let's put you there. Can I even get her at that distance? Okay, that hits something. I don't know what, but it hits something. There really isn't that much to shoot over here anymore. Like, who else
I am
is
not
left?
your Xenos pet, Mulkey.
Show me what you've got.
Let's get to it.
Enemy is the tread of his faithful. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running
Poor girl.
High momentum.
Okay. I need you to follow Dominus. And make sure he doesn't fucking die. As you two blade dance through the last chunk of enemies. Okay, finish the thing that
I've seen
Abelard
worse
was
battles
working
than this
through.
in my time.
If you can get here, I'm happy.
Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Feel it. Basically, keep
Swift
chilling
and
there
silent.
and keep sniping.
If it serves your cause.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Activating calculated fury algorithm. Running binary code. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
My exile has not ended yet.
I will
Send you
leave
this
footprints of
way.
Scarlet.
Abelard, deal
Tried
with
and
this,
tested
please.
tactics are the best ones.
Make sure this
I will
guy
do my
dies.
duty.
'Cause
It will
he's
be
the
done.
reason there's so much shit in the air.
Someone else can do this.
Go up here to avoid most of that shit.
I'll hear you moving. No more.
And then there was an enemy chilling out over here.
You cannot force me a long talk.
Can you deal with this
I
asshole?
am not your zeal. Another soul slipped beyond the veil.
Jeez.
Let's get to it.
Requesting permission to perform autopsy.
Aw, there goes my sniper. Okay.
Advancing. Running binary override. My vow is to serve. Running binary override. Significant value.
Okay.
Death comes in silence.
Hitting a point. But I kind of loathe these types of games. Which is, I have to move everybody over to where the last enemy is, and I've lost track of them.
A
and I
tactically
have
sound
more
approach.
allies than enemies to deal with. And a lot of my characters' turns are basically hope to avoid all traps at this point. sharpshooter is a sniper, which means all of my melee has to run at him and hope that we don't get sniped away before we can hit him.
One route forward. Request approved.
You know what? That's normal.
Prognosis is favorable. Running by Narek override.
Yep.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Of course, I'm trying to get Abelard
Follow my
over
lead.
here. So we can just drop in on the enemy target. You two have to kind of go this way a bit. Still right here.
Need the wisdom to perceive. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override.
Okay. Get them closer
I
so
am
they
your
hit
blade
their sword.
and shield.
I just realized Abelard took a wrong turn. Crap, I thought there was a ladder there.
My place is at the fore.
Alright, whatever.
Forward.
The Omnissiah condemns you.
Hey, we cleared the
Marching ahead.
I'm
combat.
listening.
You'll send
Every moment a chance for greatness.
Is the Domin trying to comprehend the limits of baseness and vice? Is that why Viljai is allowed to live?
Uh-huh.
You simply have to hit every nerve you come across, don't you? Let's just chalk this one up to the Lord Captain's whims.
My actions speak louder than words.
Oh. This way was progress.
Violence it is then.
Okay. Got it. Warped form bomber from chaos.
That won't stop me.
It's fine, you're my frontliners.
I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If it serves your cause.
Lord, your face first into the monster, aren't you?
Indeed. Victory is imminent.
What the? Actually, no, I want you.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call. An exemplary strike. Just a minor setback.
That actually worked a little too well.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Okay. I bring pain.
As honor ordains. As the tenants demand.
Okay.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Yet another mishap.
Trust me. Called by the web.
But not by much. That's something worse.
Wow, they really don't like him.
If I can hear you moving, no more.
Slice.
Contemplate your weakness. Let's set this in motion. Costly mistake.
I strong Kane's riven heart, Moran. You will pay for your treachery. May Monkai surrender your fate and cast away my in the blood of Nash blood your throat. Well, who knew a tempest raging beneath that underneath the surface? Her closes her eyes, sucks a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and can speak, this time in low Gothic. Please excuse me, Atlantic. Allow my turmoil and my soul to win over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than even my image, my very soul. I must be more careful even in the face of treachery. Who is Moran? What treachery are you talking about? Moran is the one responsible for rebellion sealed through with Janus, but allow me to tell you everything from the beginning. We call ourselves children of Asaran. Aldare is another name of ours. We're the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet you call Janus is one such maiden world, Lithund, a haven that our ancestors made for our kin. For many millennia, only shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins, until you humans came. We are heirs and we're entirely within our rights called main world our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Sorrow seeps into his voice. We belonged to the craft world Kudarak, which fell on the border of the Star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose soul perished amongst stardust along with our abode. Restoring Aldari craft world is a serious achievement. I'd like to shake the hand of whoever did it. Which border exactly? You don't need to know that, Iron Monkai. I'm aware of your looting practices. After Calamity Liliathan offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors, under the canopy of the forest created by the wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kin who reap the fruit of our labor with such vulgarity. You kin Janus along with the rest of you, the Aldari? No, my path brought me to Liliathan later, by another route. It was Moron who welcomed me here. He was one of the only surviving Farseers of Kadark. He was with a handful of Asaryani who escaped the death and found the path here to destroy the cradle of our kin, our kind. Your outrage when they saw how the Hamonkai had ravaged our flourishing garden. How are your kin connected to the uprising on this planet? The Asariani do not enter battles they cannot win, however, in our power to direct the currents that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. So it was in this case, Moran, the Farseer Kurak, saw a future without the Monkai, and we followed his lead. We simply used the Monkai's passion against them, their love of freedom and anarchy, their love of domination and violence. Stoking the enmity between the servants and the rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the Monkai who rose up against the ruler of this world. I have a different mission, become Vistani's handler since the rebels will be unable to get her until both sides are sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans has never seen a child of a Surin before, so she accepted the lie of a degenerate branch of Monkai drawing power from their own kind. Why did you attack your own kind? I don't know the answer to that question. Many cycles passed since I guarded these forces, Mike, and they cannot have forgotten me, can they? Why are you telling me all this? What brought on this candor? Alantak, your rivals thrown my paths into disarray, with the veil on the truth that has been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the human ruler, I failed to see the signs that there's another threat looming over Lilithan besides the Monkai's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Salen Thresh, she who thirsts, the goddess of chaos. Salen Thresh and she who thirsts, the names that are gave to the chaos gods, the Nesh, their ultimate enemies. The Nesh is the god of passions, excess, and forbidden pleasures. It is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. Disfigurement seems you call these mutations are surely the sign of this threat by the mutilating living forms, the malevolent power that subjugates and bends them to its will. You've seen the deformities in the face of those who are closer to Lilithan's body than others. The rebels who hide under the canopy of this forest. The Monkai's weak in spirit, they are susceptible to the proposition of she who thirsts, and in their drive to attain her poisoned gifts, they perform perverse rituals in her name. Rituals that require sacrifice of the Monkai who were brought to the palace and never seen again. The Lilithan world spirit senses the threat and resists as much as it's able. The living things that inhabit the world are becoming its weapons turned against the Monkai. Poisonous plants, rabid beasts, these are like the blade in Lilithan's hand as she fights the coming of Salen Thresh. The signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of the corruption of this world. Tendrils of corruption being threaded through the world spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. If the corruption take hold of the planet so quickly requires effort directed by the will of another. I believe this Vistani is the thrall of the will of Salen Thresh. What? Vistani Viet, the governor, duly to serve the dynasty Imperium for decades, Domitus, and I hope you do not stand for such sacrilegious slander aimed at one of our finest servants. Normally I wouldn't, but I see evidence to support the aliens' theory on this. As lamentable as may be, the Imperium in history knows many cases where even the most steadfast followers of the Creed would turn away from this light. Governor Viet has tapped into many founts of knowledge to turn Janus into a prosperous agricultural world. Perhaps one of those founts became her undoing. Maybe Vistanza is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We'll have to find out for ourselves. That's the signs I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray the gods that other proof something more comprehensible to you will emerge to sway your opinion. We want to meet the leaders of this uprising. We better keep moving.
Let's seize the moment.
Attention to detail is the key to
forge
success.
my own success.
Really?
Keep your senses keen.
Yeah, I know. I noticed the trap.
Just as he ordained.
Is someone going to get rid of that or no? I did press the button.
Just as I was
There we go.
taught.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
Oh boy. Oh look, a webway gate. This certainly explains a lot. We come in peace? Oh, so that's Moran, okay. A tall being in fine long arms turns his head, their face in behind the blank phaser of their helmet as they begin speaking in a distant, secretly around the figure grow cold. Monkai, you should not be here. Moran, I'm calling you to account. You said that the great danger threatened the Lethon lurk in the hearts of the Monkai, but their greed and ignorance. But all while another enemy was looming over this world, an enemy whose tracks should have seen in things to come. Salem Thresh, she who thirsts is threatening this world. You hid it from us. Answer me, did you, or did you not behold our greatest foe in Lethron's future? Did you lie to me? After Yulet's words, the two Eldari behind Moran started moving, one around the leader while the other let out a cry muffled under his visor. Rebel beside you cringes as though Eldari's speech causes him pain. He strains to say something. Moran makes an imperious gesture, and the soldiers make loose rate and salute, staring at what these Xenos with slavish devotion. Yurlith, the cast out. You left the path that was set out for you, brought unknown Monkai to our refuge, and now you speak to me with unseemly anger. Your wanderings far from Kredark has altered your minds and tainted your sight. I wait. I'm curious to see what... My wanderings on the path that I've chosen for myself, from the walls of Kredark, I've seen and come to know the things that no other Eldari could hidden away in this craft world for their entire lives. Why do you deny my words about Salem Thresh? Is it because you were lying to me and my kindred? You showed us the true path? This Altok is the first person who discovered the coming of Sun Thresh, one whom Monkais call Chaos Gods. Without him, I would still be deceived by your words by the destiny and truth future. Monkai revealing paths? It's so ludicrous. Monkai bring pain and strife, our time and for all time. How can you trust the Monkai after what we taught you? After hearing the sorrowful song of the dying world? Ron turns towards you. It was not chance that brought Kredark down. Monkai destroyed our ancient home, stripping us of our defenses, doomed us to wander amidst the cold stars. The colors of these Xenos are painful to behold. There's so much pain in their hearts. What could it be? Fear, despair? I cannot tell. The hues are so too strange. Ah! Cassia flinches and trickles of blood run down her cheek. Even if Kredark was destroyed by human hands, as you claim, I imagine they gave them perfectly good reason to. Or it could be your uncontrollable hunger to destroy everything in your path, reign over every deed and thought. You are playing with words and avoiding the questions. Note of desperation and rage creep within your left throat. Lothan is under the threat from our eternal foe, yet you here are more concerned about the presence of Olmec than the corruption that flows from the veins of this world. Do you not consider your war might be simply hastening some precious triumph? Perhaps the ruler's servants and efforts to protect her will resort to more instruments of corruption. You left Kredark in our darkest hour to gratify your ego. You came to us and Lilith and I accept you as one of our own. I even gave you a real purpose, your outcast. You dare insult me, a farseer, a mistake that let you into our circle. You have turned our efforts to survive into us with your own hands. I am a child of Esra and Moran, not a plaything in cold hands of fate, which you claim to speak through your mouth. My choices of the path is no worse than yours or any other Eldari. My path calls me to fight our true enemies, not eradicate Monkai. If it comes to that, I'll stand with them for this. Altek sees what you are blind to, Farseer. Ayla's eyes are alight with fury. She lays her hand on a weapon, looking away from the Farseer. Oh. I should probably solve this and then say that. My duty is to protect my world and my vassals. If Janus is being threatened by the Archenemy, I will fight to the end. The words of creatures who will be ruled by momentary whims, there's nothing you can do to make me believe the strength in your convictions. You speak of strength in one's convictions, Moron. You claim it's your destiny to protect your kin, but so what happens to the Eldari you sent to the Monkai rule before me? The Eldari whose skull is now kept as a Monkai trinket. That was the previous envoy, wasn't it? Did you see the same fate of me in your visions? His fate was to serve Kredark, the spirit of our craft, while the keeps Saryani alive. Your destiny is to do the same, Yurlet, the outcast, as long as you're not planning to transgress our own laws again. If this world is in serious danger, there's no sense in fighting each other. Let's deal with our common enemy together. The name of that danger is Monkai, and I will see to it that Lilith is purged of those defiling her face. Then again, there's no way to prove to me that the Monkai truly care about the well-being of their captured world. Eliminate the ruler Monkai sojourn on Yothan. I'm interest governing the world to me and my kin. Then herself will stand as surety for our agreement. As with your compatriots live on, and the profit will gain by tilling Maiden World, our human helpers will replace the leaders of the Monkai. We will be the ones who govern the land from the shadows. Putting a Xenos at the head of the Imperial Crown is suicide. It's not my intention to have my brothers and sisters sit on a council Monkai. That role will be played by humans. You may choose whom you wish for that task, as long as they remember who stand behind them in your direction. Interesting. Okay. I suppose my demands can be considered gifts for the likes of you. We could not wish for anything better than Eltari stewards to rule over Monkai without bloodshed. We shall do things another way. I shall grant you my protection in the form of an alliance between Xenos and representatives of humanity. Together we will destroy Bastance and her associates, and the humans of Eldari will flourish on Genis under my patronage. The statement for the future success is fallacious. Security dogmas are based on extensive statistic data on confronting Xeno races, and there have been 0 cases of successful coexistence. Then we're breaking new ground. Everyone stares at it for several seconds at last. It's an alliance. Is that how you interpret what I said? Then if you prefer that word, let us call it an alliance. We will protect Lilithan, but we will do without violence. We will work for the interests of our race and our world through the trust of Monkai. While we remain in the shadows of the Force, that will be safer for everyone. Lilithan remains in our charge. I'm willing to come to an agreement. We will not lose another kinsman. We will not be able to tend this world, which suffers many years under the humanity's yoke. As regarding the ruling Monkai, Ron makes a strange gesture and Valari behind him take off range forces. We will help you. That's good, that's good. Our commander should stay in charge. They should know what to do. They know what's best for the pleases the God Emperor. What was the last word? Barely audible whisper. It was like pain and splitting headache. Wait, Alantak, if we leave this forest road, take me with you to the distant suns, the tales of children, Asaran, Lilithan coming to the end, but somewhere out there among the cold stars causing the current call expanse, there are others deprived of homes, lost, suffering. Liz shuts her eyes and grief twists her finely sculpted features. I always wanted to add a Xenos to my rank. Be welcome. It is an honor to welcome an Eldari wanderer into my ranks. My heart sings with the thought of Lilithan approaching liberation. We must not rest until 7 precious servants are still mar the face of the Maiden World. Remember your promise, Alantak, when we leave Lilithan, it will be to go to the distant stars. Moran saw them in his visions. They sang mournful songs about the fate of my people, and I will fight beside you until the song of stars turns into a funeral lament. So we got the damn alliance with the Eldari, otherwise known as the Eldar. But I guess that's the name they choose to shift to with the update for the story from the past few years. And we fucking leveled up, but I will worry about that next time. Also, apply.